Hey y'all, welcome back to Spirit Says, where the words of Yeshua flow effortlessly for your divine blessings. Go ahead and like and subscribe, as that is the easiest and best way to show me some love for free, because these messages, y'all, whoo-wee. You'll know if this is your energy. Excuse me, your throat might be coming online. My throat just I kind of struggled to say that. This is your energy if this message is for you. So there's something new going on. There's something in your energy that is taking place. It could be a new emotional state. It could be a new belief system, a new realm of that, right? The way of doing things, thinking about yourself, your career, opportunities, willing to receive them, things of that nature. It could be your family. It could be relationships. It could be something that literally emotionally fills your cup. So it could be pouring into yourself, self-care, something like that. Whatever this is, whatever emotionally fills your cup, there's a new adventure in that. And I feel like you have been working on this for a while. You're waiting on communication. I feel like, and I say waiting because you have been working on, and maybe this has to do with your stability, your money, your finances, career, something of that nature, right? Maybe that's what this emotional balance is you're going to be able to fill your cup because you have a better state of finances, right? Or you at least feel this, right? This is the energy you're in. Again, if this is your message, your communication is waiting on something, or you're expecting there to be inward bound of probing and offering, giving something, things of that nature, bringing forth is what I mean by probing. But I feel like you are in weight of this, and so the energies around this was so wild and interesting. And remember, this is the guidance for why you're being brought here for a reason. There's guidance here. And I think it has to do with the fact that you, my friend, are living in or going through you're either living in mentally, or you are about to, or currently going through it tangibly, financially, right? Something tangible in the 3D reality, right? That makes you feel like you are going through hard times. Specifically, crows was, because I actually had to look this up because I was a little unsure about how it was reading. It was talking about crows being the problem, right? And I find crows very symbolic of messengers, the spirit realm, really going in between. So it might be something that emotionally fills your cup. But if you are stagnant, is the energy I feel you're in. You might very well be in this very deep oppressive energy that is having a significant impact on your life. It's going to feel heavy. It's going to feel burdensome. And if this is your energy, that's how you have been or are feeling about whatever the situation is, okay? I feel like emotionally, you are really stable. I feel like for the most part, maybe this is something that kind of took you by surprise, and that's why you're so stuck, right? Or you feel like you can't move forward. You feel like you're unable to, I feel like you're stuck in quicksand. You're just quickly falling into the state of oppression, possibly, either mentally or tangibly, whatever that looks like in your life. But I feel like you have a really good head on your shoulders no matter what is going on in your life, and that you know that your blessings are coming in, that you know for a fact you do have the world at your hands because you are emotionally stable to ride this wave. But it doesn't mean that just because we're stable for the most part normally every day, right, does not mean that we don't have these issues and things that come forward. And so when you are feeling into this energy, that is that quicksand, right? Maybe you're going with, I feel like your brain is offline, your brain is foggy, and I think that's why I'm going through that too, because I'm tapping into the energy, right? What am I supposed to be reading on with this, and what am I doing? I'm stuttering. I am not, I'm not even I'm stuck. And I feel like that's how you are. I feel like that's exactly what you might be experiencing or are going to be coming up and experiencing, because then again, this is I feel like this is the energy that's coming in. I feel like this is where you're at, or where you have been recently, or you're about to be immediately. Something's about to shift. Then it comes into the stage of being able to step into this state of oppression, or mentally, right? You're moving through this, and then this is ultimately the warning, I guess I can put it for lack of better words, because when we have this state of being, and we know what is to come, it's like the seasons, right? we know winter comes because it's a seasonal thing. We know what to expect. And see, when we know that the freezers are going to come, the leaves are going to drop, we can weather the storm and prepare accordingly. And that's really the message I feel like is so prominent overall today. But ultimately, your overall energy for what you're transitioning through is the whole freaking world. You are the Queen of Swords for moving through this energy. And you are the Seven of Pentacles again. I think you're going to be able to be back in this state of stability and moving out of whatever it was that you were in before, right? Because the bottom of the energy for the I Ching for this is joy. Something is being brought back in. I think you are able to do this again. I feel like maybe it's a do-over. Maybe there was a bad decision or something that was not aligned for your highest good or whatever that looks like for you. And I almost feel like it's a do-over. Because you know that whatever this is that you're building, you're moving towards, maybe you're playing with it, so to speak. Like if it's a business or a business idea, products, services, things like that, right? You might have to test things out, so playing with that, right? And if you are playing with anything, make sure you're approaching it in that childlike wonder, that happiness, that giddy childlike energy, because that's how you're going to be able to really bring out that creative process, okay? But the energy you're still moving through, I feel like there is heartbreak ultimately coming from this, because and I just noticed, like, we have so many kings here, queens here, right? So you've got so many of the royal court that is you, that is representing your energy. So whoever you are very royal. You're very male or female. It doesn't matter your sex. We do energy here. Your energy is very stable. It's very grounded. It's very penetrating and forward moving. But when I say penetrating, like, right, like you have to initiate things. You have to, like with a business idea, you have to initiate the idea. You have to put in the work. You have to, like, you know, move into that energy, right? And I think you have put in a lot of work with whatever it is. And unfortunately, though, I feel like because you are needing to retreat, there might be, forgive me, y'all, I have a horribly dark sense of humor. But when I was laying down, like, all of these cards, I was like, man, I feel like they're in that stressy, depressy mode. And because I felt that when I was shuffling everything out, I want to say this. If you are in that stressy and depressy mode, or you're coming into that space where you find yourself in, I want you to remember that when we retreat into our soul, it's like retreating into wintertime. It's like retreating into the warmth of inside, where we have our fire burning and we're able to tenderly love on ourselves. We're able to appropriately disperse our resources despite the heartbreaks or heartaches and things that we have to unfortunately move away from. Because I feel like this is something almost heartbreaking. And I want to give you such a big hug. My heart is like going out to you if this is your direct experience, however that looks. It could be a loss of a career, a loss of a loved one. It could be a loss of anything. You're experiencing heartbreak around something you worked really, really hard for. And I just want to give you such a big hug, my love, whoever this is on the other side of that screen. But no matter the fact that you are having to move through this, there is a strategy I believe you have in retreating, because I think you see that there's a decrease of sorts coming in. I believe you have the wisdom to just really discern whatever this decrease that's coming into your life, whatever this decrease is. And again, we're talking about winter, right? Going through that winter time, there's a decrease in production of food and growth and things of that nature, right? It's not bad. It's just the season. It's just the change. It's just the avenue we need to take to maybe try again so we can have our joy, right? Remember, this is your ultimate with the world. Like, you have the capability. It's just the process, the season, the timing of things that you're moving through, that you are seeing, that you need to decrease in, that you need to be able to move in. I said that's interesting. Maybe you're actually moving. Maybe it's a tangible thing that you're having to physically relocate to. And that's, you know, all the hard work you're putting into. Because this energy, I found it very peculiar. So after I did this, I asked, what is the viewer's energy? You came up as the Queen of Swords. And I said, well, what's the overall energy of this part of the read? And it was the Knight of Cups in reverse. And this is the clarifying deck I use to just get it a little bit better read sometimes, because I'm a little confused sometimes, because I found it quite interesting that we have the Knight of Cups in reverse and we have the Knight of Cups upright as the describer, as the one who is showing the overall energy of this next phase of this transition, of the season that you're moving into. And that's where I feel like I said heartbreak too earlier. Dang, I was spot on with that. Maybe you are experiencing the heartbreak, you know, like, because I originally said heartbreak because there's also the Three of Swords here. And that energy is, and with the Ace of Pentacles, right? False starts, things, you know, talking about, again, you know, when you had your initial Seven of Pentacles, excuse me, you maybe had a false start. Maybe there was bad information. There was something that you didn't see. There was something that happened that you have now had to retreat into the depths of your soul. Retreat into the space that is calling for you to have humility. Humility within your responses, because remember, you are the Queen of Swords. So maybe you already know this. Maybe you're already doing this. And this is just simply a reminder, because you are in that Knight of Cups energy overall, despite the fact that you're having to move through this stuff, this heartbreak, this stagnant false start energy, whatever that is, and relationships and finances, whatever this is, or all of the above. It could be all of these things, right? Like there could be multiple situations in your life that this is kind of fitting in, or maybe I'm saying pieces that fit just perfectly, and then other pieces fit just perfectly in another situation, but they're all kind of merged together. I kind of feel like that's a vibe here for, you know, at least some of y'all, if not all, most of y'all, if not all of y'all, shoot, honestly, because I just feel like the energy of who I'm reading for, like, it's very, very prevalent. There's so many things going on in your life that you might even feel scattered. I've even noticed my speed this time. I'm actually picked it up quite a bit because I kind of consciously noticed that. So maybe you feel like you're in this anxious energy. Like, I almost feel like I am running out of time. I need to be quick. I need. Interesting. I'm needing emotionally, right? And maybe that's something you're going through as well. My right ear just started ringing like crazy. So that's for someone. But whatever it is, I feel like you are fully capable of going to the depths of your soul. That is where the information lies. If you are wanting any kind of free stuff, I have some free nervous system things that it's how to feel, 10-day self-paced course, how to feel human again. Sorry, I'm trying to switch over from like channel to logic. Doesn't work. Sometimes so great. And if you're struggling with that, or emotional because of what I just said, that's why I'm like feeling led to say this. If you're struggling with that, please head over into the links in the description. I've got all my information there, and it's free. It's totally free. It's self-paced. It takes 15 minutes a day. If you got 15 minutes, do it. Because I feel like you are needing to remember, and that's really the crux of this message. You are needing to remember that you are safe in your soul. You are fully capable of reaching the state of humbleness that allows the flower to grow with beauty, with love, and despite the desert conditions it might find itself in, the conditions that might even be considered ideal or right, it doesn't matter, because you, whoever you are, can go to the depths. But please remember that if you are in that stressed energy, you are absolutely coming out of it. If you are in this grief, this sorrow, whatever is going on, you are definitely coming out of it. Okay, for whoever needed that comfort. Oh, look at that. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. Didn't we have that somewhere? Maybe not. I don't remember. We got some, see, we got just all this royal court here. You are just on fire with all these major arcana for whoever this is. Your hopes and dreams have not failed, if you feel like that. It's for somebody, not everybody, but your hopes and dreams, your ability to achieve and be successful has not failed with whatever has happened to you, whatever is going on with you, whatever sorrow, grief, because this was the clarifier too, because the star reverse come out, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I was like, well, the 10 of Swords is underneath. That's cool. And the energy around it was that dispersing energy. And so that speaks to being able to, going back to the seasons. Ooh, I just realized that. I didn't even think about that, right? So like when the spring comes, right, and the waters rise and it adds to the rivers and the wet weather creeks fill back up, right? It is a new change. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just different. It is the seasons. It is the time of the year that we fall in. And we all have to move in and through seasons of life so that we don't become stagnant in our energy, okay? And so I feel like you understand that. And that is like the goal. Make sure you're dispersing your energy accordingly, being grounded in it, being able to be steady and quick and easy. Oh, I said quick. That's interesting. Quick in your decisions, quick in your ability to respond, but also intuitively. So there's that balance, okay? So whoever this is for, I'm giving you the biggest hug. Don't forget to like and subscribe, show us some love, and I'll catch y'all next time.